Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to In the Trenches, your amateur Call of Duty news show brought to you by myself, Chris Stealth, in conjunction with the BTC, Beyond the Call. This week we have lots of comings and goings and some results to keep you updated with, so without further ado, let's get into the news. Let's start this week's episode by talking about the new boys on the block, Vivid and Spart. They put in a fantastic debut performance for the LA Guerrillas over the course of the weekend, showing that the amateur players can really step up and fill the void. Despite them only having a few days to cement their positions in the already set roster, they did a fantastic job coming up against the OG LA in their first series, where the Search and Destroy on Arklov Peak was near perfection from themselves. Mainly on Vivid's side of things, as I'm pretty sure he went 14-6. The second series against Seattle, however, we'll kind of forget that happened, especially the hardpoint. Definitely didn't happen. Regardless, both players looked fantastic throughout the weekend, and it's a sign of promising things to come. During the Sunday broadcast, the New York Subliners had been busy once again, this time signing amateur player Mac. The ex-hybrid black player, who finished second in the Open Launch event in January, will now be seeing out the rest of the season as part of the New York Subliners. Whether he's on the starting lineup or on the bench is yet to be seen. This comes off the back of Happy taking the spot of 0 in the week. And we all know how we kind of feel about that one, don't we? Team War part ways with their European roster. A heartbreaking video message coming from the owner Serge confirmed the news in the week. This was due to mutual agreement on both parties, due to War not being able to fund the team to every event throughout the rest of the season. The team consisting of Dave, PT, Nasty, Denza and Vortex do not have an organisation currently to represent, although I'm pretty sure they're going to be snapped up at any minute. Just a few days after this announcement, Team War picked up a North American roster. This team consists of Evasion, Gorgonite, Llama God, Swarty and Kaiser, and they put in a performance very fitting of the Team War name. They finished in the top 4 after falling short to Team Evasion in a 3-1 defeat. As of right now, there is no information whether this is just a temporary allegiance or this will be a long-term relationship. Regardless, we love to see the Team War brand still being represented. Ferro risked his opportunity to participate in the P2P events through the rest of the season, with him stepping in for Pristini in the Florida Mutineers lineup over the course of the weekend in LA. Now this is a bold move and a bold strategy to make it into the CDL, as this now nullifies his opportunities to participate in the Passion Pit. Some will argue that this is exactly the opportunity that everyone is fighting for, and a chance to secure that bag. Others believe that this is not the right move, as soon as Pristini is back to full health, he will be most likely stepping into his position once again, meaning Ferro can no longer play. Regardless, he looked great for Florida over the weekend, and I can't wait to see what else he brings to the table. And now it's time for question of the week. Last week we didn't receive any answers, so we're just gonna cut that one straight out. This week's question, though, comes off the back of a few rumours surrounding the Royal Ravens. With the rumours of Rated being dropped from the Royal Ravens roster, which amateur player would you like to see step up? Once again, the same as last week, put your answers down below in the comment section and we will discuss them next week. But that's all we've got time for this week's episode. Thank you for tuning in to In the Trenches, your amateur Call of Duty news show. We will see you at the same time next week for more news.